Okay. In this video, we're going to discuss consecutive exterior angles, consecutive interior angles in linear pair, and how to identify and apply their identification. So, if we take a look here, our consecutive exterior angles are going to be our angles that are outside the lines and on the same side. So, for example, we have angle 1, and this should actually be angle 6, not angle 5. Angle 1 and angle 6, okay, notice they're both outside and they're both on the same side of the line. Well, notice that angle 1 is in red and angle 6 is in blue from the previous video, and that angle 1 is obtuse and angle 6 is acute. Well, that means that they can't be congruent because they're not the same angle. They're two different kinds of angles. So what we say instead is that because they're on the same side and because they're kind of on a line here, we can say that they equal 180. So angle 1 plus angle 6 will equal 180. For my other consecutive exterior, we have angle 4 and angle 7. Whereas angle 4 is my acute plus angle 7, which is my obtuse. And let's actually do that in our colors so we can see that there are two different. Notice my colors are different, and therefore my result should be that angle 4 plus angle 7 is equal to 180. And that's my setup on how to do these problems. Same thing can be said for consecutive interior. If we take a look at this, we have, looks like I made another mistake here. So this should be a 2. Okay? 2. Okay? So angle 2 plus angle 5 should be equal to 180 because as we see, angle 2 is acute, angle 5 is obtuse. They're on a line so that they should equal 180. We can say the same thing for angle 3, which is obtuse, plus angle 8, as we see here, is acute and obtuse. Notice I'm using my different colors to represent, and they equal 180. So notice the colors really do come in handy to help us understand what's going on, because I can match and say, ooh, I have a red and a blue, that means it must be 180. Ooh, I have a red and a red, that means that it is congruent. Okay? So really take the time to label your picture and match all your angles with each other. The easiest way to do that is to match just your vertical angles and then go from there. Okay? The last one is the linear pair. Notice linear pairs we talked about last class is just two adjacent angles. So two adjacent angles on a line. And when I have two adjacent angles on a line, they equal 180. So the application is that angles are supplementary. So we see here we have angle 1 plus angle 2, and that equals 180. How do we know? Well, angle 2 was my acute angle. Angle 1 is my obtuse angle, so obtuse plus acute equals 180 in our case. We see the same thing with angle 1 and angle 4, angle 2 and angle 3, angle 3 and angle 4. And we could say also angle 5 is the obtuse angle plus angle 6, which equals 180. We can say angle 5 plus angle 8 equals 180. We can say angle 7 plus angle 6 equals 180. And lastly, we can say angle 7 plus angle 8 equals 180. And so notice we have 8 total linear pairs. Okay? So again, the key thing is that lines must be parallel, not terrible. Lines must be parallel. But for our consecutive exterior, consecutive interior, and our linear pair, we're looking for that obtuse angle. So obtuse plus acute is going to equal 180. Okay? 180. Okay? Another way to think about it is big plus small equals 180. Okay? So where we had congruent, where it was big equals big or small equals small, in this case, if I have a big angle and a small angle, then it's going to equal 180. And that is how we apply our angles for consecutive exterior, consecutive interior, and linear.